What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Excuse me. Now, before we get into today's video, guys, we are 22 subs away from 200. Guys, we're getting there. We are getting so close to 200 subscribers. It is going to be a hell of a moment when we hit 200 subs, because the moment we do, I will open up this Korean Strike of Neos booster box in its entirety on the channel, on the hopes to potentially pull this guy, Elemental Hero Air Neos, the so-called forbidden Yu-Gi-Oh card. Is it really forbidden? I'll let you be the judge of that. If this channel gets to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners over at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. On the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a piece of Exodia, the possibilities are out there. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull my second ever collector's rare. Again, you guys heard me right. My second ever. It wouldn't be the first time I would pull a collector's rare, because I pulled this out of my Genesis Impact booster box that I opened a couple months ago. I pulled a collector's rare Beat Cop from the Underworld. It is absolutely beautiful. If you guys haven't checked out that video, I definitely recommend you guys check it out. It was absolutely insane. So if you guys want to see these boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue. Maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe you guys want... The hell? Something was on my tongue. Or maybe you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys have not done so already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button, and be sure to follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which is this: who is your all-time favorite Ruthless Aggression era WWE superstar? Let me know down in the comments below, and why. I'm very curious of why. Because I've heard that some people actually preferred guys like JBL, you know, guys like JBL and Orlando Jordan. Don't get me wrong, they were incredible. But if we're talking ruthless aggression, for me, it has to be none other than Rob Van Dam. Me personally, it has to be Van Dam, just because of how popular he was, and the fact that he was able to become WWE champion in his turf in ECW. That right there is just is pretty historic. But speaking of ruthless aggression, today's video I'm going to be talking about a potential return for another ruthless aggression WWE superstar. But the question is who? It is none other than Carlito. And if you guys do not remember who he is, Carlito is a former United States champion. He's a former tag team champion, and he's a former Intercontinental champion as well. He competed on multiple WrestleManias throughout his entire career, and now it seems as if he's going to be coming back to WWE full time. And obviously we saw him at Backlash, as we saw all the members of the LWO help Bad Bunny defeat Damian Priest of the Judgment Day, which was a pretty awesome match by the way. We even also saw him compete in the men's Royal Rumble match back in 2021, 2 years ago, and then not long after that, he competed on Raw, teaming up with Jeff Hardy to take on Elias and Jackson Riker at that time. And now there's been rumors that Carlito could be on the verge of coming back to WWE full time after pulling out from a couple of independent from a couple of indie shows, saying that he could be going back to WWE. So Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer, big shout out, no copyrights, everybody's favorite news reporter when it comes to pro wrestling. He's such a good guy, isn't he? Such an amazing guy. Anyway, bad joke, I know, bad joke, I know. He reported, apparently he reported on his radio show that Carlito had been booked for a Great North Wrestling show on July 15th, which is actually going to be in a couple weeks. And however, I guess Carlito informs promoter Devon Nicholson that he couldn't compete as he was going to be heading back to WWE. As far as his future goes in WWE, nothing's been made official yet, but he has kept his options open as far as making a one-off appearance, or actually rather, he kept his options open since making his appearance at Backlash last month, where he drew a huge pop. A huge pop in Puerto Rico, in his home turf in Puerto Rico. And ironically enough, Carlito's Backlash run-in was actually the first time since January 2021, as I have mentioned, where he was a surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble, in the men's Royal Rumble match. And again at Backlash, he actually injected himself in Bad Bunny's street fight with Damian Priest, helping out the LWO in a brawl with the Judgment Day. But ironically enough, it's been 13 years. 13 years since Carlito was under a full-time WWE contract, and they let him go in They let him go in 2010. But prior to this, he had been he had gotten himself mixed in the mid-card scene of WWE, not only capturing, again, as I had talked about, not only capturing the United States title, but also the Intercontinental title and the tag team titles on numerous occasions. So I'll showcase to you guys his I'll showcase to you guys Carlito's accomplishments, like, overall, because his accomplishments literally speak for themselves. He's had quite the career in WWE. And what I find so interesting is that Carlito has had so many feuds over the years, including obviously with Judgment Day, with John Cena, with Cody Rhodes, and just so many different matches over the years. It's incredible. But you look at Carlito's accomplishments, right? Big time wrestling heavyweight champion, Family Wrestling Entertainment FWE heavyweight champion, First Wrestling Society World Heavyweight Champion, Funkin, F-U-N-K-I-N-G, Funkin Conservatory TV Champion, Imperio Yeah. Sorry guys, something got caught in my throat. Imperial Lucha Libre World Champion and World Championship Tournament 2017, and he's actually the current champion, actually, from what I'm seeing here. International Wrestling Association Florida Heavyweight Champion. Let's see. Magnum Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. Millennium Wrestling Federation Undisputed Champion. Pro Wrestling Experience United States Champion. Pro Wrestling Illustrated ranked in number 27 of the top 500 best singles wrestlers of the year in the PWI 500 in 2006. Pure Wrestling Association Elite Champion. Quarter Pro Wrestling, I probably butchered that. Tag Team Champion, one time, and he's actually the current champion with Chris Masters. Haven't heard of his name in quite some time. United Pro Wrestling Championship, one-time champion, and won the tournament in 2017. Wrestling Alliance Revolution World Champion, World Wrestling Council Puerto Rico Heavyweight Champion, Caribbean Heavyweight Champion, Television Champion, Universal Heavyweight Champion 17 times. Think about that. Think about that. It is insane. World Tag Team Champion twice. One with Eddie Colon, who is actually his brother Primo, actually, crazy enough, and Conan. Think about that, guys. And then, of course, you got WWE. U.S. Champion, IC Champion, and two-time Tag Team Champion. Or actually, rather, former one-time Tag Team Champion. The Unified Tag Team Champions at that time, because they decided to unify both the World Tag Team titles and the WWE Tag Team titles in 2009. And, of course, it was with Primo. So you look at those accomplishments, right? It's insane. It's insane to know that Carlito has all of these accomplishments, and apparently he's signed another deal with WWE. Here's the thing. Here's the one thing that boggles my mind, because Carlito's because when you look at Carlito's time in WWE, right? You think of the list of guys that he's been in the ring with over the years. You've got guys like you've got guys like John Morrison. You've got guys like Luther Reigns. Yes, Luther Reigns. If you guys do not remember him, he was a tough son of a bitch. You've got guys like as well. Joey Mercury and Shad Gaspard and Matt Morgan, who was actually once a part of WWE at one point. Chris Masters, John Cena, Hardcore Holly, Paul London, Shannon Moore, Billy Kidman, and of course too, guys like guys like John Cena and Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle and Elijah Burke, Rey Mysterio, Rob Van Dam, Eddie Guerrero, Big Show, who else can I think of? The Miz, Kane, Triple H, Randy Orton, just to name a few. He's been in the ring with some of the very best that WWE had to offer at that time, and he was just instantly just left WWE just right off the bat. What I find interesting is that why Carlito left WWE. And I'm telling you guys right now, the reason might just shock you. Because when you looked at Carlito from back in 2010, you know, right back in like the days of 2008, 2009, 2010, you look at him, you look at how he was built, you know, how he was hitting the gym and whatnot. You look at his physique, and you think, okay, you know, he's been in the gym, right? That may have been the case, but the reason for his release might just shock you. And again, as I said, you look at his physique, at his body stature, I guess you could say. No homo, of course. But you look at him and you think, okay, he's been in the gym. He's probably been on some diet or whatnot. No, it was actually because of the fact that it's because he violated WWE's wellness program and actually refused rehab. And apparently he got released because apparently he was reportedly addicted to painkillers, which is kind of crazy. Isn't it? But now he's back. Apparently he's going to be back in WWE. This is the interesting part, because when you really think about it, is it really wise for Carlito to come back? Honestly, yes. I think it would be wise, because if he got clean, if he did get clean, then there's a lot that he could do in WWE. And one thing is to potentially join the LWO, because obviously if he joins the LWO, it means that Santos Escobar, Zelina Vega, Cruz del Toro, and Joaquin Wild would not only be learning under the tree of Rey Mysterio, but also the tree of Carlito. And both of these guys, they've been in the ring with one another. They've teamed up together as well in the ring. It would be so incredible. But I will say this, to close out this video. I'll say this: if Carlito comes back and he does join the SmackDown brand, this means that the LWO is going to probably become one of the strongest factions we've had in WWE since the Bloodline. And that's saying a lot, because the Bloodline was a very dominant faction. I mean, you had Roman Reigns still now as the Undisputed Champion. You had the Usos as the Undisputed Tag Team Champions. You know, at like what was it, 621 days as Tag Team Champions. You had Solo as the Enforcer, Paul Heyman as the Wise Man, Sami Zayn as the Honorary Uso. That right there was a cohesive unit, a dominant faction. But the LWO is slowly making its way to that point, and if they were to win championships, that's gonna be one hell of a team to one hell of a team to defeat. But once again, this brings me to the question of the day, which is this: who is your all-time favorite Ruthless Aggression WWE superstar, and why? Let me know down in the comments below, and that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more WWE topic videos in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.